Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back on this nice Monday. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. I think I had a pretty decent weekend testing out, of course, enjoying using my Galaxy S24 Plus on my iPhone 15 Pro. But aside from that, just being able to relax, chill, watch some good TV, play video games, all that good stuff. So let me know if you guys had a good weekend down in the comment section below. We're going to be following up on Samsung's big February update for the Galaxy S24 series, something that we were anticipating for a while, if you will, and I'm glad it's finally here. By the way, case of the day is this Pataka Mag Easy Case 4. Link will be in the description, guys. This is a great color, the Moonrise. They also have a sunset variant, aramid fiber / carbon fiber look, among others. So if you guys are interested, again, links will be in the description box below. Yes, this update we much so very needed from Samsung. And so we're here to address some things about it. How has the performance been? What are some other sneaky things they added in here? And overall, was this a good update from Samsung? So if you guys are interested in this, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, the notification bell, it's all free. That way you don't miss my videos. So you and I can sit back, chillax, see what's cracking. Now let's get into the video. And the first thing we want to address is the vividness display. Yes, this was the big talk of the town prior to the update, and now a lot of people seem to be relatively happy with the new brightness or vividness option here. If you go into settings, display, and then you go to vivid or screen mode, vivid, click advanced settings. As you guys see, we have a new slider that you can address your vividness with. Now, I did have a commenter. Forgive me because I did miss your name. He said the vividness, having it on does drain a little bit more battery life than having it on natural mode. I didn't necessarily think that to be the case. Now I can kind of understand why I would, because it's actually kind of trying to boost the colors. So I can see it kind of, seep in the battery a little bit more just to keep those colors a little bit more saturated. So I can see where he's coming from. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys have ever experienced that when it comes to the battery seeping more with natural mode versus vivid mode, or even boosting the vividness mode with the new slider. I'll be interested to know you guys' thoughts on that. I never really thought about it from that perspective, but that is another way you could potentially save battery life, is by using natural mode. To me, the basic vivid mode and natural are honestly look fantastic because it's representative of more realistic colors than that crazy boosted saturatedness that I would consider oversaturated. But that is just my opinion. I'm interested in yours in the comment section below. Another thing that Samsung added sneakily, which was a good option, right? Now, there's two ways to get to it. Of course, I'm going to show you guys the first option, which is in settings, and then you come in here to wallpaper and style, and then you can click on your lock screen here to begin editing, right? You can do that to access editing. Now, of course, if you didn't want to do that, you can, while your screen is powered off, you double tap. Of course, it's going to need to see my face. So once it does, you press and hold, and now you can begin editing your lock screen from this way as well. Here's one thing that I noticed that they fixed, or that they added. If you click on clock widget, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, they have a new show weather information. So now instead of having to use a weather widget in the bottom row here, your weather will appear right there. Sorry for using the wrong color font. I could probably just change that here real quick so you guys can see that a little bit better. So now you can have your weather as part of your clock widget instead of having to use the actual widget itself. That way you can either A, save room by using other widgets that you want, or B, not even have to use the widget row at all if you just wanted to use it for weather. So that's a great addition there. Shout out to S24 Plus user for pointing that out. One thing he didn't realize that I realized is they also added more clock options down here right above that. So all these clock options here were not here before. You kind of had to already go into clock style to access some of these. So those were new additions to the clock widget area on this phone here. And I think that was a good addition because let's say if I don't want to use the widget row on here, then I'll just do away with it and just use, which I partly did. I use a precipitation widget now within my widget row, and then I use widget as part of my clock widget. I think it looks clean. I think it looks very nice. So shout out to Samsung for adding that option here on the lock screen. The other thing you notice here on the lock screen is they have addressed that photo ambient wallpaper option. So this is in labs. If you want to activate this, let me go ahead and, now I could just use my fingerprint since I'm so used to operating with an iPhone that I'd be getting myself confused with my phones. If you go into settings, you back out of wallpaper, you have to first activate it here in advanced features, and then in advanced features, you want to go to labs. Okay, relax phone, labs. And down here, you have photo ambient wallpaper. You want to turn this on if you want to experience what I'm experiencing right now. What does photo ambient wallpaper do? Well, depending on what the weather is doing in your location, the lock screen will display that climate look on the lock screen wallpaper itself. You do have to choose a wallpaper, so it will be a static wallpaper. It cannot be changed. I hope they address that and add that ability for it to rotate. But you have to choose one specific wallpaper for this to work. Now, prior to this update, this really wasn't working like that, which is why I wasn't using it. And then post update, I decided to try to use photo ambient wallpaper to see how it would work out. And it surprised me this morning when it's showing me a very nice sunny day, because that's what's going on in my area right now. It's very nice and sunny, 71 degrees, very nice and warm towards the late end of February here in Georgia. So now photo ambient wallpaper is starting to work on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus or the series in general. Now, in terms of some other improvements, they did improve the cameras. Now, I just shot a few little things, both in terms of like dark, primarily in dark function, because that's where I definitely wanted to see more improvement, was with night mode. And I just shot some stuff that's on my nightstand real quick, including some video. And then I went outside and did a quick little shot when it came to the portrait mode, regular photo mode, and a quick video just kind of showing how grass looks and if you can hear it, if they address some audio. So let me know what you guys think about some of the new camera improvements, if you guys can notice any of that in some of the footage and photos that I took. It's a very brief video footage post update. Now, of course, I have better lighting conditions than I did when I did my comparison video with the Galaxy S24 Plus iPhone 15 Pro. It's way more sunny today than the cloudy day I had there, but just to give you a look at the grass here. How's the grass looking? Is it looking pretty nice and real? Can you hear that? The grass kind of dry over here. Can you hear that? Can you feel that? Let me know. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below about the cameras and video quality. Battery performance. Now, I will admit, Sundays I'm not really active on my phone like that. It don't matter what phone I'm using. And so this phone I barely touched yesterday, as in Sunday. So I went into Sunday with about 47 or 49% left. And then at the end of the day, like a full 24 hours later, when I went to go back, didn't remember I had my phone on my nightstand. I had like 33, 34-ish percent. So what that means is battery standby is also fantastic on this phone for a 24-hour period, and to only lose what, a percent every 2 hours. Fantastic. So I can confidently say that the battery has only been improved with this February security patch update for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus, and most likely the series as a whole. If we go into options, you always want to confirm what new software updates are on. You go to software, and then, my bad, you go to about phone. We're going to go into software information, and then if you want to find out which version you're on, that baseband version right there. And it's usually those last like 4 to 5 letters. So 18XB7. That is the, oh, you can also come in the build number to see that as well. But the baseband version is usually what you're going to use. S926U is typically the actual phone designation. So S926 would be the S24 Plus. And then you got the SQU18XB7. That's basically the new version of software. So if you guys ever wanted to know and confirm what software version you're on, just coming in, you'll know what actual software version you are on. And then of course, last but not least, Android security patch level. By clicking on this, it takes you to the bulletin board where you can actually see the actual security updates that have been addressed, and then you click read. And then upon clicking read, you click which manufacturer you have. So in our case, it'd be Samsung. And once you click on Samsung, it'll take you to Samsung's specific security updates bulletin board. And here you'll be able to see what was all addressed. You'll be able to see all what's addressed with the most recent update for your phone. So I thought, again, highlight those few things for you guys real quick, because it's a lot of information that is accessible, but they don't also quite tell you how to access it. But once you know, then you know. So hopefully you guys appreciate this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. How's the update been treating for you guys? Have you been taking advantage of any of the new features or the new camera updates, or just happy that things were addressed nonetheless, including other background improvements that we may not know yet or have not come across? The comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, the notification bell. It's all free. That way you notice my video, so you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. But your man Micah signing out. Until the next video. Wait for it.